in Aziro, and today we are trying to see autonomous QA agents which we can use for end-to-end testing. So isn't it great if we have an agent which can actually start the testing process right from the test creation, right? Even the test case creation and the generation, and execute all the test cases automatically and give us the result. Because in the current traditional QA processes, there are a lot of bottlenecks, and because of that, there should be some sort of agent which can actually automate the whole process. And that's why these QA agents are quite useful. Now let's see, first of all, there are certain bottlenecks of traditional QAs. You can see that the traditional QA, the creation of test cases is very much time consuming, right? It will require a lot of human effort to generate all the test cases and then followed by executing those particular test cases. Also, many times it happens that we are not able to cover all the particular edge case scenarios, right? So in that case, we might be missing certain scenarios which are very much useful, right, to test, but we are not able to test due to the bottlenecks of traditional QA. Also, if suppose there is any change in the UI, then all the scripts should be actually being changed in the backend, right? So it will also require a lot of human effort. And in the CI/CD bottlenecks are also there, where we can't actually create the whole Jenkins environment, and after that, let's suppose we have created the Jenkins environment and the test case got failed, then in that case there is no measure using which we can self-heal the process, right? Then we require human intervention. So in order to overcome this, we have something called autonomous QA agents. They are just a kind of a intelligent entities, right, powered by AI, and which can actually explore the things by themselves, and also they are able to validate the applications. There are certain particular advantages, or you can say the characteristics of the agents. So the first one is explore and learns. The QA autonomous agents are able to explore the things by themselves, and they are also able to learn from their past mistakes as well as past data, whatever is present in their database. And we also have script-free testing, where we don't need to again and again change our backend scripts. The autonomous agents are very much themselves able to update all the scripts in the backend. Also, they can adapt any change, and they are they can actually mimic the humans. So whatever the critical thinkings which humans actually have, these particular autonomous agents also have those particular critical thinking, and they can take the decision accordingly. Now, we can see multiple different capabilities of QA agents, starting from LLM plus agent collaboration. So let's say you are using a ChatGPT model which is based on an LLM, and in that particular agent, what it can do is it can actually plan and strategize your whole test, right? Also, the QA agents are used for efficient debugging in any issues. So whenever a developer faces any kind of issues in the code, they can actually assist them. They can actually tell them that whatever the issues are there, or they can also at the same time tell what are the steps the developer can take to resolve them. The third is the fully autonomous testing. So here you can see that we can actually use QA agents to create all the test cases, and after that execute all the test cases, and maybe also integrate it with Jenkins, so that we can automate the whole process, whole testing process basically. Now let's see the workflow of the agents. So you can see here in the starting the user instructions. So as an end user, the developer or a tester, anyone can actually give the instruction in the form of a prompt. So prompt is nothing but you can say a particular English sentence, right, which the user wants to do, or which the user wants to actually execute, and these particular AI models or the AI agents will actually take help from natural language, and they will try to actually interpret that those particular commands which the user is giving from as an instruction. And you can see here in the task allocation, these particular instructions when decoded from natural language processing, after that there is something called as manager agent. So what this manager agent used to do, it used to actually analyze the particular instructions, decode it and check the particular instructions that how to actually progress on that and plan the next steps. Like for example, if I will take a simple example, suppose I want to generate a test case. So I can just simply write an English instruction to generate test case for a particular scenario. Now this analyze agent will actually analyze on what scenarios I want to generate the test case, and checker agent will check the corner cases, right? And also it will check whatever the generated test cases are there, whether those are valid test cases or not, and then it will plan for the next steps, like for example for the execution part. So you can see the next part is the task execution here. Once the task will be executed, after that it will actually give you the output. But what may happen is that particular output which it is giving might be possible there are certain hallucination, or maybe might be possible due to any step the output is not 100% correct. Because it is a generative model, it will generate the output in multiple steps. So if the user will give any sort of feedback with respect to the output, the agents will try to learn that particular input, right, which the feedback basically which is given by the user, and once he will give that particular feedback, the agents are smart enough to develop the new output, right? So till the time the user will not be 100% sure that the output which is generated by the AI agent is 100% correct, till that time the user can actually give his feedback, and according to the feedback the agents will give a better response in the form of output. So we have seen how basically the agent workflow was there. Now these are the core technologies which are actually present behind the scenes. The first is reinforcement learning. As I showed you that the agent actually learns from the user feedback. So that is part of reinforcement learning. So there we can actually use the output or the feedback from the user, and on the basis of that basically the particular agent will give its own output, right? The LLMs are also integrated so that the user can prompt directly, and from the visual analysis or the UI part also the agents can actually try to learn, right, and give us the output. So these are the core technologies. Now there are certain transformative benefits of using QA agents. The first one is accelerated speed, because here the humans are not there, right, to generate the test cases. The system, or you can say the agent itself, will generate the test cases. So in that case we have faster generation of the test cases. The second thing is seamless scalability. We can actually deploy these particular agents in multiple different platforms, right, and to integrate with existing pipelines also. Now the third one is effortless maintenance. So we can also maintain the particular CI/CD pipeline if suppose we are integrating it with that. So if there is some failure happening, the agents are smart enough to actually resolve those issues, and they can act as a self-healer, right? So they can actually self-heal the overall mechanism, and whatever the failure was there, it will try to heal that. The fourth one is comprehensive coverage. Basically there are certain particular test cases, as I said, might not be covered, or there can be certain corner cases which might not be covered. So the particular agent can be able to actually take that into consideration and try to get and basically go on to the unexpected path and try to find all those test cases also, like the corner cases which are difficult to find from the humans. But along with that, having said that AI agents have a lot of advantages, there are certain operational challenges and considerations. Like I have made two different particular things. One is like the technical challenges, where actually if you will see, the AI agents can also result into a lot of false positives and false negatives. So might be possible the output which is generated by AI agents are not correct and it requires a lot of user feedback. So that is one of our technical challenge. Apart from that, the complex application requires a lot of specialized configuration and training of those particular agentic AIs, right? So in that case, that is one of the other technical challenge. Also, it requires a lot of investment in the initial part. So these are also certain technical challenges. Along with that, there are certain organizational challenges which includes that the data privacy should be there. The data, because every organization wants the data to be secured, right? So in that case, we have to be very much cautious with the licenses and the data security part. Along with that, the team should also be trained on how to use the AI agents. So these are certain challenges and considerations which we also need to take care of. I think that's it. Thank you.